weather on NBC 10 Boston, Boston's most accurate forecast.
And looking at that freezing water and the snow nearby reminds us we have snow headed right for us. So we have Sydney Welch here. Sydney, how much snow are we expecting?
Well, Boston, that 4 to 8 zone, greater Boston, most of us 4 to 8 inches of snow. And if Logan does get 4 inches of snow, that's going to be the most snow that we've seen so far this season. 2 to 4 inches of snow for parts of the South Shore, and then 6 to 10 as we go towards parts of southern New Hampshire. That does dip into Worcester County, parts of central Massachusetts in that 6 to 10 zone, because isolated spots in this purple could see up to 10 inches of snow. It just depends on how quickly these temperatures will be cooling off, and how quickly it cools off is going to deem the consistency of the snow and how quickly it accumulates. So 4 to 8 for locations like Somerville, Framingham, Needham, Boston. Does go towards the South Shore, most of the South Shore in that 2 to 4 inch zone. Then you get towards Fitchburg and Worcester, and that's where the 6 to 10 zone starts. Southern New Hampshire, the seacoast in 4 to 8, 6 to 10 though for spots that are further west. So going through the rest of our evening, we're watching that first system move out of here that we saw rain from today. And then on the other side of that, a low pressure mixing with the cold air as a cold front moves overhead. And that's what's going to be giving us a little bit of a push as far as the snow goes, and those cooler temperatures coming from the cold front. It's going to actually be the coldest air we've seen so far this season, but that's not quite going to settle in until we go into Tuesday and Wednesday. So we have a little bit before the coldest air of the season heads our way. And tomorrow morning, actually, as you're waking up and heading out the door, it's going to be warm. The temperatures will be in the low 40s, but they will be cooling very quickly. At first, it might take a second for this snow to actually overcome a little bit of a warm ground, but it's going to be heavy and wet. If it's coming down in an environment 31, 32, 33 degrees, that heavy wet snow will be easier to overcome warm road temperatures and warm ground temperatures to start accumulating. So we're at 5:30 right now. We're central Massachusetts, already in that zone of temperatures where the snow is likely going to be coming down. And then by the time we go around 9 o'clock, we're all below freezing. So while it might take a second to overwork the ground being a bit warm for accumulation, those temperatures are going to be plummeting through the evening tomorrow. 29 degrees by 9 o'clock in Boston. Now we're at 11:15. Temperatures still plummeting. We're at 23 degrees for Worcester, middle 20s for areas like Boston and the North Shore. And now 3:30 in the morning, starting to see that snow tapering off. Not quite as steady, but still some bursts of snow, and temperatures in the middle teens. We'll watch them continue to plummet even as the sun comes up tomorrow. It's still going to be very cold out there tomorrow with that layer of snow on the ground. So at first, when those accumulations do begin, we'll be seeing almost an inch of snow as far as per hour, how much snow we'll get in on as this does come down. Spots like Leominster seeing almost an inch of snow per hour between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Then we'll watch those actual inches per hour decreasing, the rate of snow decreasing once we get around midnight. And this 7, 8, 9 o'clock. Now we're looking at noon Massachusetts, where an inch per hour is likely between 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock. So travel impacts for the morning for areas in Massachusetts. We're going to see high impact hazardous travel from Framingham to Worcester to southern New Hampshire, and then going towards the South Shore. It's going to still be very difficult for travel, but accumulation's a little bit less, and it's all going to depend on how these roads are cleaned up as far as the plows that are out in the treatments, because with those dropping temperatures, it's going to be very easy to get slippery spots on the roads and for them to just stay there. As we go into Tuesday morning, temperatures will feel almost 15 below zero in central Massachusetts, feeling 5 below zero for spots like Boston. And then as we head into Wednesday, we're going to be seeing 15, 16 below zero feels like temperatures, with those actual temperatures that are going to be closer to 5, 10 degrees out there. So it's going to be very cold on the other side of these snow chances Tuesday through Thursday. First alert in place for Tuesday and Wednesday for those frigid temperatures. But in the meantime, we have that snow in the forecast tomorrow as temperatures will be falling through the evening. And then beyond Wednesday, things quiet down, temperatures in the low 30s.
All right, Sid, thank you.